Section 4, Setting Up Shop. In this section, we're going to show you how to set up the lead machine. The quote on the screen is a quote that we've gone through and we posted on our company wall, and we happen to abide by it quite often. Why settle for mediocrity when you can copy genius? And I learned that quote a long time ago from Marlon Sanders. And it applies today. You don't have to go and reinvent the wheel when it comes to setting up your local marketing alchemy system. Okay, to invent that would be crazy because we've gone through and we've tested it. You can take what we've done and you can improve on it, but you don't have to start from scratch. What we're going to do now is take a look at the site setup. Okay, this is how your entire site should be set up to get these leads farmed through so that you can capture them in a way and you can optimize the property in a way that generates the most amount of leads for you. Okay, the first thing you're going to have here, as you see on the screen, is a directory. Now, if you have the local cache catalyst system, this should look really familiar to you. This is your directory. Well, let's say this is lawyers or something like that. It says yourdirectory.com. The main component of this page here will be the call us. Okay, you're going to have a phone number where they can. You're going to have a phone number where they can call you right here at the top, and then you're going to have this little call us box here. This call us box will allow them to click in there and to call you and connect the call right there without having to grab a phone, without having them to write anything down. They can click it and they can call you directly. And there's two ways that you can do that, and we're going to show you both solutions shortly. And they can request free quotes, and this is where you'll be just like a Service Magic, where you can go, you can provide them 3 quotes from 3 separate contractors. Okay. Now, just in case you don't have the local cache catalyst system, basically what you're going to have is a directory that is creating yourself as the authority for a particular niche. So if this niche right here happens to be for a life insurance agent, your directory could be life insurance agents reviewed or something like that, or the area, Baltimore or Dallas life insurance agents, and then that entire site is all about things that people need to know about life insurance, things that people need to know about choosing a life insurance agent or broker, people that need to know calculators that they can use, interviews with people who've done this the right way, everything you want to become the Oprah of your niche, your industry. And this is what we teach in the local cache catalyst. So if you've done that, you'll also have some solid content on the site. And the solid content will be in the shape of 10 to 15 articles all about that particular niche. So all about life insurance, how to choose it, like we just said. The same thing that's on the site. These are solid articles that are building a foundation for the entire directory. All right, so you're going to have those 10 to 15 articles. Then you're going to have a lead capture page. And this lead capture page is where all of the money comes in. This is where the leads come in. All right, your directory is already going to have the phone numbers all over it, but the lead capture page is going to be more like your traditional CPA offer. Okay, it's going to be more like a traditional CPA page, except you're not going to be trying to capture their information. You're going to be trying to get them to take an action by making a phone call. All right, so it's one of 2 ways you can do that. And this page here, you're going to also have a review page. These are all components within your site that point back to the main directory page. All right, this review page is going to be a page basically with you reviewing the different options. You want to go and find every single option that's possible for somebody in that city or town to get that service that they're looking for, and you want to put it right here. You want to become the authority by finding every option and reviewing it right here. You want to find pros, you want to find cons. You want to even call them if you want to. Call them and see what type of customer service they have. The more you can do with this initial setup, the better of an authority that your main site is going to be seen as. And you start getting customer trust. You start getting more leads because you get higher positioning, and Google likes the fact that your site has stickiness to it. People will be coming back to it. It'll be ranked higher in the search engine. It's just one big snowball effect. So don't skimp when it comes to putting in the time to get this part done correctly. This part here is the free quotes section. This is going to be a page of your site that functions just like Service Magic. Okay. Remember Service Magic, and remember how they walked us through those questions where it said, are you looking for a deck to be repaired? Do you want it to be, is it made of, or built? Is it made out of cedar? Is it made out of oak? Would you want green environmental? When are you looking to have your deck built? You can set up the same thing using your autoresponder or any lead capture program, and you can have your own free quote section. So somebody can click this little free quote button, and they'll be taken to a page where they can enter information about the job specifically, and you can farm that information out to two or three other contractors. And we're going to show you a method that leverages this, and it puts your company in a place where all of the people, all the service providers for that particular niche in that town, they have to come to you because they see that you are getting the lion's share of the traffic. They see that you have become the authority, and it's a good place to be in because it seems like all business comes through you. You effectively put yourself in between the customers and the service providers, if you do this the right way. Also, what you're going to have is an exit pop. So when somebody's on the site and they're on a directory, they just read an article about some things they didn't even know about, they need to pay attention to when choosing life insurance. Well, then they're going to go and they may check out a review, and then all of a sudden they're getting ready to leave the site. Maybe they didn't make a phone call, they didn't do anything like that. They're going to get an exit pop that says, "Wait, before you go," just like we're used to seeing in the internet marketing community. You're going to provide this for to capture that information as they're leaving the site. You can capture their name and email in exchange for getting a free report, a free video that you can easily make, or in exchange for saying get 3 free quotes. Before you leave, get 3 free quotes to get that deck done the cheapest. All right, that one little addition, surprisingly we ran without that for a long time, but that one little addition has added over 30% to our bottom line. And because of that, I strongly recommend it for you guys. You got to have some sort of exit pop to capture the traffic, or to at least direct them, to give them a call to action, a special offer, or to tell them the offer can simply be, "Hey, do you want 3 free quotes?" Let's take a look at what a good lead capture, lead generation page looks like. And what I want you to do for this is to go to a site called Offer Vault. Many of you are already familiar with it. If you're not, this is a site that really goes out and farms in CPA networks, cost per action networks. It brings in different offers that are available so that you can see them all in one place. And if we put in life insurance, sticking with the same theme that we were just talking about for the demo, we'll see that there are several companies here that are generating leads, and these companies are paying $40 per lead to marketers like you and I, but not the same way that we're doing for our own site. Okay, they're paying other internet marketers $40 for every time they go out and bring them a lead, which means they're going to make $80, $90, $120, $1,000 off the lead on the back end, right? But what you can do is you can come here and you can take a look at these and see how, if they can afford to pay $40 per lead, they must have a pretty good setup on their landing page design for their leads. And you can get some really good landing page design tips. So for example, we look at life insurance today. If we were going to recreate this page, it would be really, really simple. Number one, we can go to File, and we can save the whole page. And now we have the whole page saved, including all the graphics. Okay, I'm not saying that you should plagiarize, but you should get a solid structure and then build from there instead of having to try to build this thing from scratch. All right, this page will convert really well to get leads, except you're not going to need all this stuff over here. Maybe your page just has a name and an email and a phone number, okay? Or maybe you want name, email, phone number. You can customize how much information you need based on the business that you're targeting. It's not always going to be the same. For a catering company, you're not going to need date of birth and all this stuff. For life insurance, that makes sense. You want to know how old the people are that you're going to be insuring. All right. But for catering, maybe you just have the person enter their name, email address, and phone number. Okay. Or maybe you just have them enter. It's up to you. Some things ring true across all niches, though, and those things that you want to pay attention to are having your call to action contact box here. You want to have this on the right-hand side. It's just been proven to have a higher conversion rate. All right, so when you develop this lead page, have this on the right-hand side, and have people on the page. If you have people on a page, you see a dramatic increase in conversions. Okay, so by having people, but not just any people, you want people looking at the camera. See how these people are looking at the camera? This page is built to convert. And this is probably what starts off giving them the ability to be able to, pay $40 per lead because they're getting a high conversion rate, and they are generating money on the back end, crazy money on the back end. We're paying you $40 wouldn't be an issue. And we'll talk about that later in our advanced section. But for now, just leverage this resource for getting your own landing page, lead capture page design done. Go back and see what we have here. When you click on the one, you want to make sure you come over here and click on full landing page preview, and then you can take a look at it, depending on if it's in the US or not. It doesn't have to always be life insurance. You can pull a style and a design from anywhere, as long as it, as long as you can rework it so it fits the lead that you're going for. This one looks like a typical type of page that we would build. We have a couple family here looking at the camera. Over here, it has information. This would be one of the articles that I told you about. So an example, instead of just dumping in a lead capture, it says, what is life insurance? And it goes through a little bit of a educational process here, showing them what life insurance is, and gives them other question and answers below that. Okay. Over here, where you see view quotes now, you could just as easily have a click to call, where they've just read this article. It tells them about some benefits about getting life insurance. And if we were doing this site, we would probably have a click to call button right here, which will connect you and them instantly as soon as they click that in. And they don't even have to, initiate by typing in your phone numbers. Their phone will ring, your phone will ring, or your business's phone will ring, the one that you're giving the traffic to. And they'll instantly be connected straight from the site. It's a beautiful system, but the layout, as far as the layout, you could use something just like this. This is what the lead capture looks like. Tip that really makes these pages fly, you'll get a large portion of people that will come here, like I said, and try to leave. When you click to leave, you really have to have that exit page pop up. Let me just refresh it and see if they have anything. Yeah, see, they don't have anything. You need that exit page to pop up right here above here, and I'll show you a script that does that. And says, wait before you go, get 3 free quotes for your life insurance. Get 3 free deck repair quotes. Get 3 free pre-screened pool cleaning quotes, etc., etc. That one thing, I know it sounds like I'm emphasizing it, but I really want you guys to get that and don't glaze over it, because if you do that, you will thank me later, because you're adding dramatically to your bottom line, but you're adding that ability to get the 3 free quotes. Even if it's get a free quote from our top recommended provider. If you say a free quote, now you've taken it from having to give that same lead to 3 different people to sending that lead right now to whoever you want to as an exclusive lead. So that's the difference between you charging $20 for that lead or $50 for that lead. Okay, you're going to have to make a decision on some of this stuff based on this type of business that you want to run. I'm going to give you the structure here, but you can ultimately make the decision of how you want to filter your leads out. Another thing that we do that you may want to eventually get into, you don't have to start off with this, but if you're in a niche that the customer can benefit from being informed about something, like for example, deck repair, patio repair or something like that, some type of home service, even a mortgage broker, for example, Maryland, or Dallas mortgage broker site or review to get leads from mortgage brokers. You can put together a pamphlet. You can go and get, let's say, 10, 20 easing articles just on mortgage tips. You can have those rewritten relatively cheaply on outsourcing sites, or you can go get a mortgage book, private label book, or something like that, and have it rewritten for less than $100. Okay, but now you have a valuable piece of content. You don't want crap. You want something that will really give them information about to help them in their. And they're on this journey where they'd rather not be in the situation where they are. They're not waking up saying, "Thank goodness I need to get up and look for a mortgage." But if you can give them some information along the way that makes it easier for them, and it's good information, the more the better information they get, the more they'll come back to you as a source and as an authority. And we teach you in local Cash Catalyst about creating one of these little books or DVDs using PowerPoint or a Keynote or one of those tools. But you want to put together, a report or video and give that away on the site in exchange for a name, email address, or a name and a phone number, or just for them to, to click to, that you can say, put your name, email address in the box, Like right here on the side where you have call us, it could say report. It can have a picture of the book, and the name of the book can be something to the effect of "Don't make this mistake when choosing a Baltimore, a Dallas, a Beverly Hills mortgage broker." All right. If you're looking for a Dallas mortgage broker and you see if there's a report that says "Don't make these mistakes when choosing a Dallas mortgage broker," most likely you're going to download that report. Okay, because it's so specific to what you're looking for, and then they put their name and email address in. Here's a key point. Write this down. When they put their name and email address in to get that free report, don't give them the report right away. A lot of guys make the mistake of giving them the report on the next page. Don't do that. Send the report to their email box. You know, when you can do this for Aweber, you just set up the autoresponder, and the first email that goes out is a thank you for subscribing. Here, your free report is attached type of email. Okay, make them have to go back to the email for the free report. What you want to do is after they put their name and email address in, then you want to send them to another page right after for that and says something to the effect of your free thank you for opting in, or thank you for subscribing for your free report. It's on its way. It's on its way to your email box. Golden words here. In the meantime, I'm laughing because this is golden stuff right here. In the meantime, while you wait for it, get a free quote from our #1 Dallas mortgage broker, or Dallas debt company, or Dallas, our #1 recommended Dallas catering service. And below they're going to have a button they click to get connected to who? The guy who's paying you $40 a lead. So even though they went for the free report, the very next page they got sent to was a page that said, thank you, your report's on the way. While you wait for it, click below to get a free quote from our #1 recommended Dallas plumber or whoever. You know what I mean? So that's killer, folks. And you may say, well, how am I going to make it click? You know, what kind of technology am I going to use where they click it and it gets connected? Well, we're getting ready to get into that now, and this is going to blow you away. This technology, it's cheap. We're talking about less than $20. It's effective. We've been using it for a while now. Highly recommended. And you can even brand it so that the technology looks like it's from your company. When you bill your clients and you send them the invoices, it'll have your company name on it. So let's take a look at that now. The solution is called Hosted Numbers. Hosted Numbers. You're going to get really familiar with that name because you're going to probably be doing a lot of business through them. Hosted Numbers is a little bit different from your average online phone number type of company. You know, these things are everywhere. You have RingCentral, eFax, eVoice, all of those. Call8. This one offers some features unlike anywhere we've seen before. And I'm going to go through those now because these apply directly to what the type of lead machine we're setting up. They have call tracking here. Call tracking reports, updated time and information to see what days and times your peak call volumes are. It's going to show you the area codes by city, state. They're going to place that on a map. And they're going to give you unique phone numbers for your ads. This is killer because you can put unique phone numbers to see where they on different spots to see which spots are causing the most leads to come in. They're integrated with Google Analytics. Okay, if you already have a number, they can port it in for you. All that's fine, but here's the golden one this is the one we love here. Click to call. You can give website visitors initiate a phone call to you without even having to leave the web page. Visitors can simply enter their phone number, and a call is connected to both the visitor and your company in just seconds. All right. So this is they're going to go. I'm going to show you how this looks, but they're going to go. Let's take a look at. It's going to look like this. You see this purple box here? This purple box can be on that page that I just told you about. You know, after they opted in and get a free book on the 7 things they need to avoid about a Dallas need to know about getting a Dallas mortgage. Your reports on the way to your email box, and then basically while you wait, get a free quote, and then they'll have a box like this. Enter your number and be connected. You can make this say whatever you want. Enter your number here, and you'll be connected with the best Dallas plumber that we recommend in our directory. So they'll enter that number there, and they'll click call. Instantly, their number's called. The Dallas plumber's called. Boom, lead generated. Alchemy at its finest. You've just made $50. It's pretty sweet. Now let's look at these features and this pricing. $4 a month for pay-as-you-go. I'm showing you this $14.95 because, folks, look, this is a business. and it's going to cost some money to run a business, and this $14 isn't going to break you. If it is, I suggest you get some funding first, and then just come back and apply this whole business model. Because if this is a lot to you right now, then this may be a struggle for you to get this business going. If $14 is too much, but it should, you can borrow $100 and be up for running this business and have your first client in the bag relatively shortly. $14 a month gets you a lot with this company. Okay, simultaneous calls can come in, unlike with some of the other companies. When you're getting leads, it's no good if you have a lead coming in and somebody else's call coming in, and those two calls coming in cause your line to be busy. You're losing money. All right, so having simultaneous calling ability, callers being able to come in is huge, right? Because you're getting that's like saying only one customer can come in the door at a time. If the other one can't, then they just go on to the next place. That's basically what would happen if you didn't have this. All right, so you definitely want simultaneous callers. Call forwarding, just like any other of these phone scripts. Another feature that I wanted to show you is, let me see here. The analytics integration is killer. Okay, you can basically see what web traffic that comes to your site during what times translates into phone calls, which translates into leads, into money. This stuff starts to become a video game. You'll see, like, after 8, you may get a lot of traffic. I mean, a little bit less traffic, but all of a sudden, these are where most of the people are doing the click to call. Or during the day, you might get less traffic or more traffic, and you get to see all these different metrics right there in front of you, what's resulting in the calls. Calls come in, you'll get an email notification. Nothing better than being out with your family and keep getting little notifications on your iPhone or whatever phone you have telling you that you're basically making money. Calls have been connected to your client who's paying you $30, $40, $50 a lead. So you definitely want that, and that comes with the $14 plan. And as you see down here, the add-on feature, the one that we're interested in, is the click to call, which gives you this box here. They charge an extra $2 for that service. Well worth it. You put that on your site and let the leads. It just prevents them from having to go and write the number down and do all this stuff, and you drop that drop off. It just will give you a spike in lead conversion like you wouldn't believe. Okay. Also, this is new, and it's very, very helpful for us in the lead gen business, is caller insight. You won't believe what this thing does. This lets you get insight onto the actual people who are calling. Okay, this is killer stuff because now you get a little bit more information about that person who's calling. I don't know how they get the data, but the available caller data insight. So anybody who makes that call, you can get the address, the age, ethnicity if it's available. Do they own credit cards? Are they homeowners? It's pretty scary stuff, actually, that you can get this much information. But you can. And this type of information can help you get a better feeling on what type of lead you're dealing with. Okay? You can qualify leads. You can make leads, you can follow up and be more personal with them. Your people can follow up with the leads if you're going to send them straight to them. There's all kind of good and bad things you can do with this information. That's at your discretion. But the fact that that's available, I mean, this is killer right here in itself. Hey, all the leads that came in, they were all college kids, or they were all, 30-somethings, or they were all, you can tailor the message, you can tailor the page. If you find out that all of your calls are like 30-year-old women that are Caucasian, well, who are you going to have on your landing page for the lead? It should be looking like whoever your core demographic is in that area for that lead. You're not. It's nothing racial. It's nothing sexist. It's just you're crafting the page for the majority of the people who come to that site. Now, if you come to this site and it's particularly, say there's an Asian demographic, and is that going to turn away Caucasian women or anything? Not really. You're still going to get leads. It's just that you're custom tailoring the landing page for a higher conversion. So that in itself, I haven't seen anywhere else. Okay, somebody may have it. I haven't seen it. And they just introduced that, and we're testing that now. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to freak you out on the amount of data you can get on the people who are calling. So you'll like that. But it gets better. It gets better. A lead company, when you send your clients invoices and things like that, you don't want it to come from this company hosted number or anything. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but it would be ideal if when you did these tracking reports and things, and you send the bills out, and you send copies of the tracking reports and all that stuff, that it was branded with your own name without you having to go and Photoshop it up. Well, here you go at the bottom of this site. Click on affiliates. You'll see they offer a white label call tracking solution. you can put your SEO company on all the reports. You can put your SEO company. It will be as if your client is getting the reports directly from this company. Okay, so they'll let you brand that and get all the tracking and everything that you need as if it's your company, as if you own this whole phone company. Okay, it is a killer solution that we are just in love with, and the customer service is great. Also, I'll give you another alternative. We don't use this next one, but we've heard good things, and I just want to make sure that you get a couple to choose from. I recommend what I just showed you, but you're welcome to check out Zingaya. Zingaya has a click to call feature as well, and this click to call functions a little bit differently. Okay, this click to call will allow them to click a button on the site and be connected with you without needing the phone. Okay, it's going to talk to you through their microphone. Problem is, not everybody. They say 90% of the people have microphones on their computer and they're capable of talking. But from what I've seen, people may have to scramble, grab their headset. Not everybody has a Mac where the mic, or a laptop where the microphone is built right there into the front of it. But most of them are. 90% of the new laptops have the microphone. It'll turn the microphone on, and they can talk to you, your company, directly through the damn site. They don't even need a phone. That's pretty impressive. So you have to test them and see. We haven't tested this one yet. We plan on it, see if it increases conversion. As with anything else, it's worth a shot. But I wanted to show you everything that we're doing and everything that we plan to be doing so that you can be that far ahead of the curve. Is zingaya.com. All right, so just to recap that, remember now that it should all becoming crystal clear to you. You have this main site here, which looks something like the life insurance site that we showed you. You see you have that call us button. Well, that's going to be your click to call. It could be a click to call button. It could be your hosted numbers box where they put their number in and they instantly get connected. They're going to have a free quote button right there. Remember, the free quote is where they can get a free quote from 3 lead providers or directly get hooked up with one of your providers that you recommend to them. You're going to have your articles, your informative articles pointing back to the site. This page itself could be an informative article right here on the front of the directory, or it can be just a listing of the top life insurance companies in the area. But you want to have those articles behind it. It's going to help you with the Google rankings. And again, the lead capture page, just like you saw with the life insurance, pointing back, the review page, the free quotes page, and the exit pop. On this site, one thing that I didn't mention, you do not want to put any AdSense. Don't put any ad. You don't want to kill the experience and devalue the lead. Okay, so no AdSense on this page. Make sure you set Google Analytics up and test everything. Test different ages, different ethnicities. You want to do split testing. And then, what hosted numbers will do is will give you different phone numbers. So you want to test one page with, a middle-aged couple. Then you want to test one page with a young couple. You can do that just to see which one converts. And they'll each have their own number. All right, you'll be able to say, okay, 100 calls came from this page. It looks this way. But 30 calls came from this page. All right, you can set that right up inside. So again, take your time when building this whole structure here. I tell you one thing, when it's done, you have one kick-ass cash machine. All right, I mean, this thing will be ramped up and running on autopilot, and it's pretty hands-free, other than you testing and going in and tracking. The leads are coming in, leads are flowing. In the next section, we're going to be talking about tracking, how to track the leads as they come in to make sure everything is working properly, how to make sure you have billable leads, make sure that the leads are quality, and to differentiate between leads that are just hang-ups, people call and they hang up, or the ones that actually are earning your clients money and that are valid leads. Okay, and we're going to talk about how to make sure that the leads are being handled properly. Just because the lead's going there, they may not have the system or the people who know what to do with them. So there's a little feature we can use. We can integrate with hosted numbers that will allow you to actually help them more than what they're paying you, because you're turning into a lead provider / consultant, and they'll love you for that, and it'll just pay off on the back end.